There was a time where strategy games ruled the PC world. You'd open the map, see a world full of treasure, danger, mystery, and suddenly hours would vanish. You weren't only a mere player, you were a ruler, a tactician, a hero commanding armies across a living, breathing map. That was the magic of Heroes of Might and Magic. Games like Heroes 3 and Heroes 4 defined an entire generation of turn-based strategy. They were slow, thoughtful, but deeply rewarding. The kind of games you could play for weeks without realizing how much time had passed. But then, the magic faded. As gaming evolved, the series lost its spark. New series tried to modernize it, but they never captured the heart of what made the classics unforgettable. Fans kept waiting and waiting, hoping for something to bring that old feeling back. And now, out of nowhere, Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era appears.
You have all dreamed of peace, yet it was nothing more but an illusion.
Not as a reboot, not as a remake, but as a rebirth. A love letter to the golden age of strategy, built by fans who grew up with the same obsession. So, today, we're diving into the Olden Era Demo. We will answer the question that stands in front of our door. Can this game truly bring back the soul of Heroes? If you grew up losing hours to Heroes 3 like we did, then you know the feeling of how one more turn at 2 AM can turn into you suddenly witnessing the sunrise. Well, then this one is gonna hit you right in the nostalgia. Alright, quick setup. Olden Era is a spiritual prequel to the Heroes of Might and Magic universe. It's developed by Unfrozen Studios and published by the Hooded Horse, the same crew behind Against the Storm and Manor Lord. So these guys, they get strategy games. The devs basically asked, what if we took the best parts of Heroes 3, gave it modern graphics, deeper system, and a smoother flow without ruining what made it feel great? Well, that's Olden Era in a nutshell. It's about rediscovering that old school magic, hero progression, castle building, resource gathering, and tactical battles, but done with today's tech and pacings. The first thing that hit me when I booted up the demo was the vibe. The maps are stunning, misty forests, ancient ruins, glowing castles. It all looks hand-painted but alive. You can feel the love that went into it. You start with your hero, a handful of units, and a dream. Or at least enough gold to get wrecked by wolves on turn 2. But that's Heroes for you. Brutal endings, satisfying victories. It plays fast, it looks great, and it nails the addictive rhythm. Explore, fight, upgrade, repeat. You can tell this was built by fans and not a committee. If there is one part of Olden Era that really proves this team understands what made Heroes Might and Magic legendary, is the hero system. Every great Heroes games lives and dies by how it handles progression, and this one absolutely nails it. Your hero isn't just a name with a portrait, they're the breathing heart of your army. The brain behind every victory, and the biggest reason you'll say just one more turn until 3 in the morning. Each hero starts with a basic kit, a class, a few abilities, and a specialty. But as you fight battles, explore the map, and complete quests, you level up and expand that skill tree in any direction you like. You can mold them into exactly the kind of commander you want. Want to turn your knight into a full-on frontline warlord who inspires troops and soaks up hits? You can. Prefer a glass cannon mage who nukes half the battlefield in one turn? Go for it. Or maybe you'd rather make a sneaky, opportunistic rogue who snatches up artifacts, steals resources, and manipulates morale behind enemy lines. That's totally viable. What's impressive is how much depth there is behind the scenes. It's about synergy. The game tracks morale, terrain effects, units loyalty, and even the balance between might and magic in your army composition. That means the same hero can feel completely different depending on how you build your team. And yes, it can be a lot at first, between managing your spellbook, your hero's gear, your unit positioning, and the bonuses from artifacts or terrain. It's easy to get overwhelmed. Even veterans from the old days might need a few turns to remember how much heroes expect you to think ahead. But that's kind of the beauty of it. The game respects your intelligence. It's complex, but it never feels random or unfair. Every loss teaches you something, and every victory feels earned. There's also a clear sense of growth. Early on, your heroes feel small and weak, leading a few peasants and archers barely scraping by. But as you conquer enemies, find artifacts, and gain experience, they transform into these unstoppable legends, commanding armies of mythical creatures. Watching that progression unfold really feels incredibly rewarding. You start to form a bond with your hero. What we love the most though is that Olden Era doesn't simplify the formula for modern audiences. It goes the other way. It doubles down on what made the classic special. Every skill point, every item, every choice about where to move or what to upgrade genuinely matters. It's a game that rewards patience, planning, and clever thinking, something fantasy strategy fans have been starving for. So yes, while the depth might intimidate new players at first, for longtime fans of the genre, this system is pure strategy gold. It's the kind of design that makes you feel smart for mastering it, and that's exactly what Heroes should be about. And then there's the combat, the soul of any Heroes game. And honestly, Olden Era absolutely delivers. The classic grid-based tactical battles are back, and they've never felt better. If you grew up playing Heroes 3 or 5, you'll feel right at home the second your units line up on the battlefield. But what's impressive is how Olden Era modernizes that formula without losing its heart. It's faster, smoother, and a whole lot more cinematic. Animations flow naturally, attacks have a real impact, and the camera subtly zooms in during these moments. Every move feels deliberate, every decision has weight. This isn't just turn-based combat. It's like tactical chess with a personality. You're constantly thinking 2-3 turns ahead. If I move my archers here, can I bait the AI into range, then flank them with my cavalry? And if that fails, I'll nuke them with a chain lightning. It's the same addictive mental puzzle that made the classic series so timeless, just with a little bit more flair and intensity. The variety of unit abilities adds a ton of depth too. Some creatures can guard or retaliate twice per turn, others can fly over obstacles, poison enemies, or shield allies. Spellcasting units completely change the rhythm of a fight, and combined with the hero's own abilities, it creates a constant tug of war for control. There's a beautiful flow to it, positioning, anticipation, and execution. And when you pull off a perfect turn, taking down a stronger army with clever tactics, it feels absolutely incredible. Visually, battles are such a joy to watch. The spell effects are gorgeous, fireballs explode with heat distortion, ice shards leave trails across the field, and necromantic energy swirls like dark fog around fallen units. Each battlefield type also adds personality. Forest clearings for Sylvan, corrupted swamps for Necropolis, and marble courtyards for Temple. It all ties beautifully into the world design. But of course, it's not all perfect. The AI still needs some work. Right now, it's a bit inconsistent. Sometimes it surprises you with genuinely clever maneuvers, like focusing your healer or taking high ground advantage. Other times, it just forgets what it's doing. I've seen enemy heroes skip turns, charge archers into melee for no reason, or just stand there while you pick them apart. It can make certain battles feel too easy, especially once you figure out how the AI thinks. Thankfully, the developers have already acknowledged this and promised ongoing improvements before launch, including smarter tactical behavior and difficulty scaling that adapts to your playstyle. And given how responsive they've been to player feedback during early testing, that's a great sign. Even with the AI quirks, combat in Olden Era is easily one of its biggest highlights. It's strategic, tense, and endlessly satisfying. The kind of system that makes you want to replay battles just to see if you can win more cleanly. It's proof that you don't need to reinvent the wheel to make something feel fresh. You just need to refine it, polish it, and let players feel powerful for being smart. The adventure map is pure nostalgia. You're riding around collecting gold, raiding bandit camps, claiming mines, opening treasure chests, all while hearing that old school ambient music in the background. Exploring the world feels rewarding again. You always see something shiny in the distance, a mysterious cave, a cursed statue, or a neutral army guarding a juicy artifact. If you loved wandering around in Heroes 3, you get the same feeling here. My only complaint? The pathfinding can be a little clunky. Sometimes your hero takes a scenic detour when all you wanted was one crystal. It's a minor annoyance, but it can be noticeable. The demo of Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era already gives us a solid taste of what's coming, with 6 playable factions, those being Temple, Necropolis, Sylvan, Dungeon, Schism, and Hive. And even though the game is still in early development, you can already feel how distinct and flavorful each of these groups is. Let's start with Temple, the classic faction for newcomers and veterans alike. Think of them as the Order of Light archetype. Noble knights, devoted priests, and battle-worn crusaders serving divine justice. Their armies are built around balance and discipline. They have sturdy infantry for defense, cavalry for fast strikes, and clerics who can heal and bless your troops. The Temple is forgiving to play, but still deep and rewarding for players who know how to use their buffs and when to strike. Their playstyle feels like classic Heroes 3 Castle. Solid, dependable, and built on strong fundamentals. Then there's the Necropolis, the polar opposite. These are your undead lords, your liches, your masters of decay and manipulation. They thrive on long battles, slowly wearing down the opponent while growing stronger themselves. Every fight is an opportunity to raise fallen enemies as new skeletons or ghouls, turning losses into fresh troops. The faction rewards patience and careful planning. When the tide turns, it turns hard. Seeing your skeletal army double in size mid-battle is one of the most satisfying moments in the entire demo. Next up is the Sylvan, the faction of nature, elves, and mythical beasts. They're all about agility, magic, and using terrain to their advantage. Sylvan armies hit hard, but don't last long in prolonged fights, so positioning is everything. Their units move quickly and often strike first. Their magic supports evasive, high-speed tactics. Their world feels alive, with growing groves, dryads dancing in the moonlight, and tree ants slamming enemies into the dirt. It's a faction that rewards elegance and timing over brute strength. The dungeon is where things start to get darker and nastier. These guys live underground, literally and metaphorically. Their armies are built around ambush tactics, magic damage, and dirty tricks. They can debuff enemies, poison units, and teleport behind lines for surprise attacks. Dungeon is not easy to master, but once you do, they can absolutely dominate the field. They remind me a lot of the old Heroes 5 dungeon faction. Fragile, deadly, and fueled by mana. Schism is probably the most mysterious of the bunch. Lore-wise, they represent a fallen empire split by faith and magic, where heretics and rebels wielded forbidden spells. Their army mixes corrupted humans, twisted angels, and strange constructs. To say the least, they're very experimental. You get powerful but unstable abilities that can turn battles either way. Some of their heroes can sacrifice allies for power or manipulate morale and loyalty, which adds a cool risk-reward element. They feel like a new faction concept that adds something fresh instead of just copying the classics. And then there's the Hive, maybe the most unique and creative faction in the game so far. The Hive isn't undead or human. It's insectoid. Their units look like something between alien creatures and magical beetles, swarming and overwhelming enemies through sheer numbers. They're fast, unpredictable, and sometimes even gross, in a good way. Their entire playstyle is about momentum. The longer the fight goes, the more they multiply. It's chaotic and super fun once you figure them out. Visually speaking, all of these factions are stunning. Each one has a strong identity, from the glowing cathedrals of the temple to the eerie bone-covered citadels of the Necropolis, or the organic hives posing with strange energy. The art direction is top tier, blending modern visuals with the charm of old-school design. Every creature feels handcrafted, whether it's a hulking golem, a royal griffin, or a swarm of chittering scarabs. Now, balance-wise, yeah, this is where things get a bit rough. Since this is an early build, you can tell that some factions, especially the Temple and Necropolis, are far more reliable than others. Hive units can sometimes snowball out of control, while certain Sylvan or Durgent heroes feel underpowered unless you get the perfect skill synergy. It's the kind of imbalance that's normal for pre-release demos, but it does affect how fair the fights feel sometimes. Still, even with the rough edges, what stands out the most is how different each faction feels. You don't just change your color palette, you change how you think, how you move, and how you fight. That's what makes Old Heroes games special, and Olden Era absolutely captures that spirit. If they can fine-tune the balance and smooth out the weaker skill trees before launch, this could be one of the most satisfying faction rosters in the series' entire history. The art style isn't hyper-realistic, but it's rich and full of character. Castles glow at night, spells explode with light, and fog rolls around the map like something out of a fantasy painting. The soundtrack? Oh man, it's epic, emotional, and perfectly old school. Violence, choirs, and mysterious ambient tones. It captures the exact feeling of planning your next move while staring at your kingdom. If you've played Heroes as a kid, the atmosphere alone will give you goosebumps. Performance-wise, the demo's surprisingly solid. Frame rates are stable, no major crashes, and load times are quick. But the UI? Yeah, it's a little rough. Some menus need too many clicks, tooltips aren't always clear, and a few buttons look like they came out straight out of 2010. But the devs have already said that they're rebuilding parts of the interface before launch. Honestly, that's a good thing. It shows that they are listening. They delayed the full release because they want to get it right, and that's rare these days, even with GTA 6. So yeah, Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era is shaping up to be something really special. Even in its demo form, it's already more fun, more engaging, and more faithful to the classic than most full games we've seen in the last decade. Sure, it's not perfect, the UI is messy, the AI is dumb, and the balance is still a work in progress, but underneath all of that, there's real passion, and that counts for a lot. If you love Heroes 3, you'll feel right at home. If you've never played one of these before, Olden Era might be the best way to start. And that's our take on Heroes Might and Magic Olden Era. If you've tried the demo, drop your thoughts down below. What faction did you play? Did it live up to your nostalgia? Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next review. We've got more strategy titles and RPG deep dives coming soon. Thank you guys for watching, stay legendary, and I'll see you in the next one. May your morale always stay high and your skeleton army never run out of bones. Have a good one.